Hello guys, this is Bloom here, and I'm finally doing the keep video that I promised ages ago. Just stuff has been happening. Anyway, I'll just get right to it, especially because it's release day today, and I have a schedule to keep. So, um, I'm going with my maid Solona that I had in the playthrough, and because I did the dog ritual, she is obviously alive and well. I'm not going to be going through every decision made in the game, but I'll just talk about some of the options, because obviously the playthrough was not voiced, so I didn't talk about what I did. So, first of all, I romanced Severin. I'm pretty sure Alistair is like the main favorite of just about everyone in the game, and mine too in the beginning, but as time passed and I got more into the game and talked to more characters, especially Loghain, um, I don't know what happened with me. I really don't like Alistair just about at all anymore. I don't know, I really find him childish these days. He has his charms, but yeah, I like Severin way too much. Even if I didn't even if I hadn't started disliking Alistair, I still probably would have picked Severin though, because I just love who he is. Um, let's see. Is there any other decision really I want to talk about much? Well, I'm definitely going to talk about Loghain, but I'll just leave that for last. Oh, I definitely want to talk about Flemeth. Um, Flemeth is, I think Flemeth is just about the hardest decision in the game for me, simply because her conversations have always been really intriguing. Like when you go talk to her after Morrigan gives you the quest about the grimoire, she acts like she talks about how this has been done so many times before, and will you spin a new tale if you don't kill her or defeat her, since she obviously doesn't die. But I oftentimes don't kill defeat her not kill defeat her, simply because I just find her so intriguing, and I know she's gonna survive because of Dragon Age 2 anyways. But I imagine that for this playthrough, my warden and Morrigan were like, they had such a deep bond that um, um, that I just couldn't see her leaving a threat to Morrigan alive. But yeah, we don't even know if Morrigan was telling the truth with the whole thing, so who knows? I certainly don't. Um, yeah, I can't talk today. I recruited Loghain, and that is one of the more, I guess I could say, controversial decisions in most of my playthroughs, because these days I recruit him just about every playthrough. Um, I don't know, like, he did some horrible things in the game. I'm not gonna say that he didn't, but at the same time, I also believe that the battle at Ostagar was doomed to fail. Like, even the very first time I saw the battle, the very first time I played, I was like, why do you have your archers on the ground when they could be high up? And why are you sending in the dogs to die for free? And there's just so many things that happened in that battle that made absolutely no sense. Never mind the fact that the king is at the front lines. But yeah, and and I actually agree with Loghain, like, in the sense that um, he thought the battle was lost because the Grey Wardens, that is Alistair and the Warden, they were late in lighting the beacon. So he thought the Wardens had sabotaged it. Then again, that doesn't make sense in a lot of ways, because the Wardens also died because of that if it was sabotaged. But anyway, my point is that that battle was pretty much lost. He did a lot of questionable things and horrible things after Ostagar, but at the same time, he really wasn't motivated by gaining power. Loghain has always been after the good of Orl Ferelden, no matter what that has cost him or anyone else. So, yeah, I can't fault him for that. And by that point, the game's pretty much over anyway. So if it's combat you're worried about, I'm definitely not worried. So, prologue, I guess, should be next. Yeah, not much to say here. I love the Mabari, and I don't think I've ever done anything but fed the prisoner the god's lunch. Like these other choices, like obviously there's some of these other options, including killing him and stuff, but I don't know. I've always just picked that one, no matter what. I think Redcliffe happens next. I'm a completionist, so I always help the fight. Like, I always go talk to just about everyone, though apparently I didn't, which I'll get into in a second. My decision with Bevan and, whatever was the sister's name, this has changed a lot of the time. Like, beginning, I didn't even find the sword or Bevan or whatever, and then later I didn't, like, later I returned the sword, or I don't know. The sword is, some say it's really good. I don't like it that much, so I just pay them and let them have a happy life. That's about it. These are pretty self-explanatory. This is not true. I don't know why this is. I think that might be from the beta. I had this, like, I made the whole thing during the beta, but obviously some of the decisions during the actual beta got like swapped around without me wanting it. So Bella is the one I wanted to talk about. I don't know why, but I've never really talked to her. Like, I've talked to her that I get like one conversation option, and that's it. I've never like gotten more. I know she will get the ownership of the tavern if you let the actual owner die, but since I never take him into the fight with me, really, did I do that? It's been so long I don't remember now this time. Anyway, yeah, I don't know how the heck she would leave start a brewery of her own or anything. So this is my default option because I don't have anything better. It's been seriously so long I don't even remember what order I did these in. Pretty sure I did the circle because I saved Connor. I support the mages here, and Irvin survived. I did not. Yeah, these are pretty standard. What happened in my playthrough? Not much to say there. The peace option here is obviously like the so-called best one. I like the werewolf thing, but I don't like the fact that we have to go murder all the elves. Like, there's a lot of freaking innocent elves there, and yeah. And you also lose all the other things, but I definitely never side with the elves either. I've tried the wolves a few times, but the brokered peace is just so good. Kamen and Gaina, they make me hurl like Morrigan, so, but I just did it for the heck of it. And I guess my warden kind of also, like, she's seen a lot, like, she's lived in the tower. If she can makes someone a happy couple, then she'll do it. But she won't rescue kittens, I guess. I always start getting survival skills early, so just so I can save the Hala. I don't know why. I'm silly like that. Not much to say about these. This one, though, yeah, the first few playthroughs that I did, I always told him, but I think it's a lot more like humane to not tell him, so I don't anymore. I don't like Balin at all, yet I still always make him king now. The first time I played, I made Haramon king, and in the ending slide, you find out that Orzammar doesn't really do well because of that. So ever since then, I've gone with Balin, even if it's really smart after having an Aeducan origin. But I've still always done it because it's for the best of Orzammar. This is also not correct. I haven't actually tried any of the other ones. I've always made her study. I didn't even know you could tell her that the circle was destroyed before the keep. I really didn't. I think I've refused once as well. But yeah, I guess if I saw the options or the dialogue, what happens if you convince her to stay with her father. But yeah, I like the fact that she studies at the circle because of two things. One, because she really is interested in the subject, so I think that should be like cultivated. And the second thing is the fact that mages and magic kind of need all the support they can get, and this is definitely gonna help, as the ending slides say. This was really confusing to me the first time I saw this here. Obviously, I didn't see this because I'm not a male Edokan. And obviously that didn't either. I'm always torn up about Rock. I don't even... Sometimes I kill him, sometimes I don't, but like, I don't know. I killed him by accident on this playthrough at least, but I definitely always say that he died heroically. Once I told what actually happened and she was just so heartbroken, it's not worth it. These are very side quests related. I also didn't know that with this quest you could have her go for the surface or anything else. I've always helped her reconcile with the family, so I'm a two good issues sometimes. Oh, this one, I didn't do this simply because I don't like the Chantry. I really don't like the Chantry, and and my warden definitely doesn't like the Chantry. Also, there's the fact that the one time I did make the Chantry, the ending slide says it creates a lot of something in Orzammar in the ending slides. I don't remember what it was. Strife? Was it Strife? I don't remember. Something anyway. Yeah, the rest of these are pretty self-explanatory. Let's see. The urn. Yeah, I didn't poison the urn. It did it only once to get the achievement. It's just caused a lot of strife, and I just don't see the point. Even when my warden doesn't believe in the Maker or Andraste or anything, there's still a lot of spiritual stuff happening in that mountain and stuff, so she doesn't want to mess with that. Trying to see. This one is for rogues only. That was also a confusing thing. Did I? Yeah, I did. I didn't remember if I killed them, but apparently I did. Let's see. I did encounter Goldana. Why are these so bugged? Oh, right, because I explained it already. It constantly pumped me to like have like that my Liliana was dead or something. No, she is not. The lance meat. Is there anything here? Nope, just this one. It's been so long since I was here last, and obviously since I did the dark ritual, the Battle of Denerim was done by the warden. Oh, right. So it's a bit awkward to see the awakening stuff, but I recruited everyone. I kept Nathaniel alive. I protected both Emeranthin and Keep. I always did this, and it's really annoying how in the game it's so ambiguous. If you upgrade the Keep completely and go save Emeranthin, then like, did you actually save the Keep or did you not save the Keep? Did someone of your companions die? You don't know. The game doesn't tell you. It was a bit awkward. How's this? Oh, I don't even remember this. Let's just say that I was a good issues with this as well and did it. Okay, that done. Um, the architect. Yeah, architect. Um, I I've only done Awakening once. I'm serious. I hated it so much, but the first time I left him alive because I wanted to, like, even when the Darkspawn are just monsters or whatever they are, I wanted to believe that he could help the fight by making some of them not want to fight in the first place. And then after saving him, I went to the mother's room and she starts spouting whatever she spouts, and I was like, okay, I need to go back and kill him. So I did, and he's been dead ever since. I haven't done Witch Hunt either, but I didn't go through the Illuvian. I really can't talk today. Wouldn't Keep, as it was shown in my playthrough, I kill Sophia and I allow Avernus to continue ethical research, not his horrible things. He doesn't have much time to live anyway, if I remember, so let him do good in the time that he's alive, I say. The Power of Blood, this one, like, from a gameplay perspective, I take the potion. From a story point, it's a bit more iffy, because I don't like blood magic, and my characters don't like blood magic. I've never had one actually be a blood mage, and it's one of the reasons my character is so harsh with Joan whenever I do a mage origin, because he did blood magic, and I don't accept that. But at the same time, you've already drank Darkspawn blood. If there's something that can help you, if this Power of Blood potion will help you, then yeah, we really don't know. We don't know what the potion did, except that it gave you 2 powers for gameplay purposes. Did it help you in other ways to survive the taint? We don't know. At least I don't. It might be explained somewhere. I don't have a clue though. And I recruited Shale and did Shale's mission. I really don't know why the... Oh right, I can scroll it like that. Derp. So, Dragon Age 2, the game I was supposed to play but didn't. So, I played a female mage hawk. I still haven't actually completed the game with anything but a mage. I really don't know why. I'm just obsessed with mages in this game, and I know my Inquisitor is gonna be a mage as well. As for what kind of hawk it is, it's kind of weird. I usually have a mix between diplomatic and sarcastic, or what is it? Charismatic, humorous. I never have an aggressive hawk, but it's always a mix between diplomatic and humorous. So it's like one chapter I'll be diplomatic, another I'll be humorous and stuff. It usually is more diplomatic though, so I selected that because of that. I like the quips with humorous, but there are a lot of situations where the humorous one says something and I just want to smack my face because of or put a shoe in her mouth because she just said something stupid. Romance-wise, I always romance Fenris. I tried the other ones, and I didn't like any of them. So, Fenris it is, and it helps that he's voiced by Gideon Emers. So, yeah, I love him. Yeah, obviously I'm a mage, so Bethany dies, and Carver becomes a Templar, simply because I don't want him to become a Warden. I think my Warden's enough of a Warden for Dragon Ages for me. Yeah, I'm friends with Varric. Bortron died. I hate the lead. Yeah, I can't talk today. Red lyrium part of the quest was so like I want to get Varric's upgrade for his armor, but then I don't want him to keep the piece of lyrium because he's freaking it's lead. Why do I keep saying lead? It's red lyrium. So why would I want him to keep that? Like, no. Okay, so this is where I think this is even a bigger controversy than my getting Logain is, and a lot of people are gonna be like, "What? You gave Isabella to Arashok?" And yes, I did, for two reasons. One, um, Isabella is not one of my favorite characters, first of all, and in relation to that is the fact that it was all her bloody fault. Like, sure, she's done some good things and she's a kind of humorous character and stuff, and I don't even know her backstory. I don't read the comics or whatever, because I don't think you need to read a novel or a side story to learn as much about the character as you can in the actual games. But she caused this, and yes, she did return the book, but she caused it. If she had told Hawk from the very beginning that, yeah, oh right, the Kunari are here because of me, by the way, then yeah, and as well as the fact that she actually ran away with the book when we could have stopped the whole attack from happening in the very beginning. So, yeah. And the second reason is the simple fact that I like the Arishok more than I like Isabella, so I don't want to kill him. It is kind of lame that you are called the champion of Kirkwall simply by handing a person over instead of doing the horrible um, duel to the death, but yeah, I like the Arishok way too much to kill him. I'm hoping that he'll actually show up in Inquisition, but who knows. As I've heard that in the comics, Sten becomes Arishok, so I'm assuming that's supposed to be canon or something, but this is my canon. They can go screw with their comic canon. Yeah, I usually I think the Meryl destroying the Illuvian is the rival. I think it was. I the very first few times I played, I basically was a friend with everyone, but I just couldn't handle Meryl being like. Actually, no, I couldn't. First of all, she's a blood mage. I really don't like that in the beginning, and no matter how cute or adorable she is, I don't like blood mages. But she was acting so justified about it as well, so I was like, no, I'm not gonna give you this part. If you're gonna do it on your own. I think she actually destroys the Illuvian, even if I'm friend-mancing. I'm not romancing her. Friendship her. But I don't know. I really don't remember. Um, um, I guess I should. Yeah, Meryl's clan was killed. I don't remember these options that well. These are just my options. I don't remember what causes what, but this is what I go through. Um, I don't approve of Anders' actions at the Chantry. Even though my Hawk is a mage and I'm always advocating mages' rights and I hate the Chantry and everything, you still don't. First of all, you don't do basically what ends up as a terrorist attack. You don't bomb a freaking church. You don't. Um, Second of all, he used Hawk to do it. He used Hawk to gather the things, and even when you bring up the fact that, hey, this doesn't really sound like something you gather ingredients for a potion for, even if you bring that up, he's like, oh, you just have to trust me. You don't trust me? Oh, well, screw you. I'm like, okay, I guess I have to do this then, and that's emotional guilt tripping. And then if you do it and you figure out that, oh, this is what I gathered those things for, then you're like, oh, thanks, Anders. Now I'm complicit in this. So yeah, I don't. Actually, executing him is, I don't know, I don't want to execute him for the simple fact that that makes him a martyr. But I also don't want to leave him alive, so it's like, what do I do? I really don't know. Aveline marries Donick on every single playthrough of mine. I recruited Sebastian. I didn't make Talus angry. I'm a bit iffy on the Talus DLC because simply because there's a lot of things about the Qun in there that are like contradicting some of the things we've been told earlier, but I'll just take it with a grain of salt. I still like the DLC well enough, especially because if it's not pretty obvious by now, I like the Kunari, and even though the Qun has a lot of things I don't agree with, especially their treatment of mages, obviously since I play mages, um, I don't know, I think it's the fact that the teaching of the Qun that everyone has their own place and their job, that somehow resonates deep with me. And I like the idea of that. Like, it's hard to actually pull off, but I like the idea of it. So I find the Qun fascinating in that aspect. So yeah, I like it in a fantasy setting. Okay, so prologue. This is pretty duh. It doesn't really matter which one you did. I just usually pick the mercenary simply because at least there you choose what you do. With smuggling, you don't even know what you're smuggling into the city. Um, Legacy, I usually do Legacy only in Act 3, simply because there's some romance dialogue in there. Um, Siding with whichever is actually kind of hard, because you, whoever you side with, you basically I'm assuming Corypheus gets away with no matter who you pick. So story-wise, I side with Larius simply because he sounds more sane despite being decrepit. But at the same time, Janica is actually a human being still. Like Larius is already dead and stuff. So I don't know. I think that was like my motivation for picking Janica this time, but I just usually pick whatever at what point. And I always find Malcolm's will, but just, yeah. That's a really hard one because either way, it's not a good thing. Act 1. I fight against Templars. Probably a lot of you already noticed that I sided with Templars in the Act 3. So it's kind of weird how I'm a mage and I fight against Templars everywhere else, and I pick Templars in Act 3. I'll talk a bit about it more later when I actually go there. I haven't killed Kilda, have I? Oh yes, I did this time. I don't remember who these guys are, so who was this? Oh, him. Yeah, killed him. Just making sure I have all like the things done. Iduna is also another one. Like, I really don't know if I think I usually have her alive and well, so I'm gonna choose that now. Simply because, I don't know, like, she was trying to kill me, but at the same time, like, she's just doing something to survive. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Who was Karis as well? That was the horrible guy. Yep. There's a lot of things that you don't even realize about some of the characters you either kill or save until like later, and Kairos was one of those. And after I found out what he'd done to some of the mages, I just like, whoop, you're dead. Act 2. I don't know if there's anything special here aside from actually not killing the Arashock. Doesn't look like it. I really like Yevhen's quest because it's a heartbreaking quest, but you don't actually get it unless you don't import a save that has awakening or Nathaniel is dead, because you get Nathaniel's quest instead. Did I kill? I'm pretty sure I killed Gascard. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I killed Gascard. He's a bit like finicky as well. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I'm pretty sure if you follow the quest through, you end up attacking him anyway. Yeah, I don't think there's anything really else there. There's not a lot to explain. Some of the side quests are really self-explanatory. Was there any option? Yeah, let's just let Severin go. Rescue Nathaniel. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. So what is with me playing mages and advocating for circle rights, yet doing stuff that is kind of like aiding the Templars then? Well, basically, it comes down to the fact that the circles were corrupt, but at the same time, I agree with some of the things and the reasons why Templars and like circles were instated in the first place, and that's the fact that magic can be dangerous. I also agree with every other being on the planet can be dangerous, but magic especially so. If not for the fact that you can make fire come out of your fingertips, I mean, you only have to listen to Wynn's story in Dragon Age Origins, and even though it was a funny story, and as a mage, it's like, yeah, the boy deserved it, but you still set a boy's hair on fire. And the other reason is the fact that if you can't control your powers or yourself, you could easily become possessed, and if your possession doesn't just cause the death of your family or whatever, it could cause the situation at Redcliffe, for example. And I think, yeah, it's not really worth it just so every mage is like free. And I'm not saying that every mage should be imprisoned either, because I I think apostates are just fine if they're not like doing blood magic and stuff. Like the only magic I say is bad is blood magic, and anything that could like influence or harm others without like, war or whatever. But like the fact that I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I think what I'm trying to say is that I advocate a circle that is what the circle is supposed to be, which is a school for teaching magic. And I'm not saying it has to be Hogwarts, but like it's supposed to be a place where you learn to control your powers and not be taken by the demons. Basically, that's about all I mean. So basically, what it ends up is the fact that the circles are not what they're supposed to be. So I'm trying to like play both sides, I guess, because the mages are doing bad, but the Templars are also doing bad, because I definitely know that there are that are doing horrible things to the mage apprentices and even the older mages, and there are mages being made tranquil all the time, and it's like I felt so torn apart when I was playing Dragon Age 2, because there were so many things where I wanted to, like, the option that I wanted to pick was not in the game, because it was always like, oh, you're with the mages or you're with the Templars. There was no middle ground, and I wanted that middle ground. And in a way, I understand what Anders did, because like he took away the compromise option, but the compromise option is what I wanted. Like, it's not like the Templars or the mages are the only ones suffering. Templars suffer as well. Well, obviously not as much in most cases, but they also suffer. So, and I don't know. It's like there's also the fact that I also sided with the Templars because of the simple fact that um, Orsino is not. I don't even know how to say it. Like, first of all, there's the fact that no matter which side you pick, he always does blood magic to transform into that one boss. And while some will immediately go like, but that's because they ran out of time and they needed to get the extra boss on both sides. True, but Orsino has also done blood magic in the past. Or was it? Actually, no. He said that he has never done blood magic before. But he aided the person who killed all those women, including Hawke's mother. And he did horrible magic to all those women. And not just magic, but other horrible things to them. And that is not right at all. So, I also think that my Hawk sided with Templars simply because, well, simply, I don't think simply is the correct word here, but because then Hawk could do some damage control while being on that side. Like, I picked some. Um, there was that one part in the battle, if any of you remember, where Hawk lets a few of the mages go because they surrendered. Like, why would I? Like, if I was on the mage's side, those people would be dead because the Templars would have slaughtered them. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I mean, Meredith is also corrupted, but that's obviously because of the lyrium, which is sad because if you talk to Meredith in her office, she has a lot of interesting things to say, and her story with her sister, it actually explains a lot of what is happening and why it's happening and stuff. And I admire her for her resolve and will and everything. And I just hate that it feels like the lead lyrium was dumped on at the end to make her crazy. Obviously, lead lyrium is going to play a huge part in Inquisition, but it still felt like it was just tacked on at the end to make her crazy. I still blame both Orsino and Meredith, but not much to do with it now. Anyway, that's basically my keep. There's obviously going to be Inquisition coming soon, and I'll hopefully be playing it soon. I won't be doing a full playthrough, at least not yet anytime soon. The game is insanely huge, so it'll take a long while, and I kind of want to enjoy my first playthrough without recording it, because if I record it, I have to worry about it constantly, about when I have to stop recording for now and then I have to edit the video and everything else. I don't want to worry about that. I just want to enjoy the game. But I will probably do some videos every once in a while from it though. But yes, I promised. I didn't explain things as comprehensively as I had originally planned, but this was kind of last minute.